Please, tell me something about yourself.
Myself, okay. I grew up in Austria, but in 1953, 52, I went to the United States. I eventually did my postgraduate studies at the University of Illinois, where I eventually became a professor. And after many, many years of teaching at the University of Illinois, I retired, and I then went back to Austria, to the School of Economics and Business Administration in Vienna, where I am teaching now as a visiting professor. I am married. I have 3 children. They're all adult. I have 4 grandchildren, which is the greatest joy in life. And my contacts with Croatia came about because when I went back to Vienna at the University of Economics and Business Administration, it so happened that I was asked whether I would supervise the dissertation of a Croatian lady. And then you know her name, it's Sandra Jancic. She did her doctorate, and in those days also I was asked once by the Croatian Federation of Accountants to give a talk in Pula, where they had a convention. So that's my first trip to Croatia. Went to Pula, and then through Sandra I was able to see Rab and also Obacia, and this is why I'm here. This connection was maintained over the years, and this time I was asked by this new school here to come down here to help teach a course in management accounting.
Oh, that's great. Well, you told me that you're teaching in the state of Illinois, in the United States.
Yeah.
Where did you teach overall in the world?
I always taught accounting is my specialty, financial accounting, management accounting, and especially now international accounting. In Vienna, I teach both international accounting standards and managerial accounting.
Oh, that's good. After that, how long do you cooperate with ZCM? How did you find out about ZCM or of Sandra Jankovic?
Through Sandra. Sandra Jancic got in touch with me about a year ago, and they said they might be interested, so I sent them my vita. And apparently the dean liked my vita, so they asked me down here to teach a course, you know.
Oh, that's good.
This is how I met Kale. And so University of Michigan and University of Illinois are sort of close competitors, you know.
Yeah,
we're in the same league, right?
Yep. Which teaching methods do you use?
Well, we'd love to use the case method, which is commonly accepted in the United States, especially in business schools at the higher level. And this is sometimes, I introduced this method quite successfully in Austria, and they used it. But here we're having a bit of difficulty. Students are not used to work as hard on their own, you know. Studying to some students here, it used to mean that you go to class, and then you work a little bit at home. But on this case method, it means that as a team of students, you sometimes sit for hours and hours and hours before you go to class. Then you come to class, you make a presentation before the professor, then you discuss it and so forth. So that's the case method, which is quite commonly accepted in the United States, especially in business schools.
Yes, but here in Croatia, at ZCM, we're also trying to teach, well, the case method is one of the main methods while teaching students. But do you find some similarities or some kind of differences between teaching US students and Croatian students?
The difference is that your Croatian students at this point, are fairly handicapped. They don't have enough time. Now, if you are a part-time student using the case method requires that you have a team of students working on a case for hours. Now, they can do this here on the weekend. During the week, in the evening, they can't do it because they have to come to class. Okay? So this is a handicap for students here. Having enough time is to do a good case analysis.
Yes, I agree, really. So after that, how do you like ZCM? How do you like Zagreb? How do you like Zagreb and ZCM together?
Zagreb, first of all, is a fantastic city, and I know Vienna. I've lived in New York. I've lived world. Zagreb is a remarkably clean, well-organized city to be on the outside. Your public transport seems to be working okay. I think the living standard, when I was here about 6 years ago, it seems to go up. My yardstick is always the kind of cars that you drive, you know, and it seems to be only fairly new cars, at least in Zagreb. I don't know how it is in the countryside. But so it seems to me the country has made a tremendous amount of progress. The city is very pleasant, and I'm going to walk around some more today. And the school, of course, is a new school, so it's in the beginning. We organized a remarkable dean, who is a very strong personality, and I'm sure the school is going to develop fantastically in the future.
Yeah. And after everything, do you have some kind of closing message for our students, for MBA students, that you thought?
For the MBA students, work hard, study, and try to apply what you learn. Because we, at least in accounting and in finance and in marketing, we try to say everything we tell you is applicable in practice. So you should look for that. You can almost, in any organization, you can find that. So that any organization you get to know is a case study for you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.